Alright, so I promised I would show how to import the buttons if you bought some, or again, if you're making them, or if you are trying to do it through a, you know, PowerPoint or slides, whatever you do, just remember that we're going to have to save it as an image, okay? So I'm using what Monica had bought, and so again, what we're going to do, just obviously you're going to get a bunch of buttons like this. So what happens is, you're not going to get all these buttons and then upload them into Canvas because it doesn't work like that. It has to be individual. So let me just pick one of them. I'm going to pick these right here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one. I'm going to double click. And again, this is like the fun part. What do you want this one to say? So let's say this is going to be your Monday button. Okay. So I put Monday. And then obviously you play with this with however you want. What do you want the font to be? So one of the things that it's funny because I was talking to my kids and they said, Mommy, don't make it too fancy because sometimes we can't understand it. So that kind of makes sense. So sometimes we teachers like all this other kind of, funny little fonts and they're cute, but not so cute for the kids. So let me just pick one. So let's say I like this one. Okay. I'll leave it like that and it's centered. Okay. So that's done. I actually like to do a couple at a time and then we'll just save them. So here again, I'm just going to go ahead and now I'm going to put Tuesday. And again, same thing. You're going to just, oops, not do that. We're going to highlight it. You can see I'm having fun moving this around. But it just moves the little text box around. This gets a little tricky sometimes. So I'm going to highlight it. And again, I'm going to pick what was it, the one that I picked? Usually it's on the top. I didn't want to do it this time. So it was on the flip side. Okay. So just like that. So the thing, okay, the number one thing that you have to remember, just like the header, you have to make sure that everything is grouped together so it saves it. Otherwise, you're going to save just the background image and not your letters actually. Okay. So again, what does that mean? I'm going to click so that these little dots and boxes around the circle. I'm going to hold down the shift and I'm going to go ahead and click on this box. So now that I know they're all together, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go ahead and press, I don't know why they're grouped already. So let's do it over because I want to group them myself. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to actually group them together. So as you can see, a lot of the other little text boxes disappear. So that means, and that tells me this is ready. When this one is highlighted, I am going to right click to go ahead and save the picture. So save as picture. And I am going to now, again, like I've told you, make sure you put it in one spot. I'm going to put it in my buttons file. And I'm going to call this my Monday button. Monday button. And I'm going to say Wilson because I am actually dedicating this video to Monica. So anyways, since I already have my Monday button, I'm just going to put her name so I know this is her Monday button. Again, make sure it's a PNG because that is the best kind of image that you want. I'm going to go ahead and press save. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for Tuesday just because I want to show you how to be able to upload more than one button at once. So again, I'm going to make sure this is highlighted and also my inside. It looks like it's 3 different things. So hopefully the Monday's like that too. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know why it says ungroup, but I'm going to ungroup it just because I always get really nervous and I want to make sure they're all grouped together. So now some other ways that I test this is I put my cursor here and if it moves it around together, it tells me that it's grouped together. You see that? I'm going to do the same thing for Monday and it's moving together. So that tells me, okay, they're all grouped together. All right, let's go ahead and do Wednesday. And I'm going to highlight it and I believe it was for on the flip side. There we go. So let's make sure it's all together. I know that comes up like it's grouped already, so I'm just going to ungroup it and then I am going to group it. Okay, for the next one that I'm going to make, I'm not going to do ungroup. Again, this was purchased, so maybe the person who did it already did it for us. So let's see. So I'm just going to put the name. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to change it to the font that I want. And I'm not going to do anything to it because it seems like it's all highlighted. So I'm just going to go here and I'm going to move it around. So, okay, it looks like she already had grouped them. So if you're making them yourself, like when I did my buttons, I didn't do it like that. So I grouped them at the end. So these, just make sure that you check when you move it around, is it moving around together? Okay, so let's just go ahead and add the last one. So that's actually a very nice thing. So in fact, one less thing for you to do, correct? You can just focus on choosing the font. All right. So now again, you have to do it individually. Don't forget, we're not gonna save this whole, PowerPoint presentation. You have to save individually. So I already saved Monday. I'm going to right click on this one and I'm gonna save as picture. And again, make sure you're in the right place. I know that I'm in the right place because I recognize some of this stuff right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this Tuesday Wilson button. I'm just gonna do that from now on. Okay, it's PNG. I'm gonna press save. Click on Wednesday. I'm gonna right click, save as picture. Wilson Wednesday button. It's a PNG. I'm gonna save. This one over here. Friday. Save as picture. And then that's Wilson Thursday button. Save that. And then over here, I'm gonna save it as a picture. And this is gonna be Wilson Friday button. All right. Save all of that. So now let's go ahead and go to our test course that I'm using this in. So here's my test course. This is what I've been working on. This is obviously what it looks like. I haven't set a home page or anything, but I did start working on my page. Here we go. Let's go to pages. So this is, remember, on the other video where we already have the header. So I'm going to go there, and I'm actually now going to edit this because now I want to add the buttons. So the way that I add the buttons is I come below the header, and I am going to go to table. In table, I did 5 buttons. So I'm just going to do a 5 by 1. And what I like to do immediately is go to properties. I put 0 as a border. I put center as alignment. I go to advanced. Here, for the style, I like to pick none. And I'm going to press OK. Now you notice how they're like dashed lines now. So it's really weird, but every time I do this, even though I put center and never center this, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that you're in that table and then just go ahead and press center so it's centered. And we're going to now go look for the image. So embed the image, go to Canvas, My Files, Buttons, and I'm going to go ahead and upload it. Remember, I'm looking for the one that said Monday and something with Wilson's name on it. So I'm going to go ahead and look for it. And there it is. You see it? So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to press open. Now remember here, the alt text is up to you. I'm going to leave it so it says Monday button or just Monday. It's up to you. Or you can just click right here so it doesn't read anything. It's up to you. Okay? Now for the buttons, I had discovered I like 100. About 150, I think I want to say. And remember, if we mess up, we can just do it over. It's okay. And I'm going to update that now. And I actually like how that looks. That's a good size. I like it. So then you move on to the next table. And you go to this align center. Then you go to embed image, Canvas, My Files, Buttons, Uploaded. Now remember, now we're looking for the one that says Tuesday. So I have Monday, there's Tuesday, open. And again, you can either just say it so that it reads it or it does it for time purposes. I'm just going to click here so we can go a little faster. And let's change the first one to 150. Canvas automatically will decide what the next image needs to be. Update. There's Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday, Align Center, Embed Image, Canvas, My Files, Buttons, Upload. Now we're looking for Wednesday. Where is Wednesday? I thought I saw it. Hold on. This is where it gets really fun, right? Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to click here. Put again 150. Remember, whatever you pick up first needs to continue. Update that. And I put it in the same cell, you guys. Boo-hoo. Delete it. Go to this cell. Sorry, guys. Crazy me. My Files, Buttons. Since we already uploaded it, it should be here. And just so you know, it gets filed ABC order. So I'm going to go down. Here we go. Wednesday. Click this. 150. Update. Okay. I know it's repetitive, but seriously, the more that you do this, the easier that it gets. Canvas, My Files, Buttons. I'm going to upload. Now I'm going to look for Thursday. And click here. Change this to 150. Press Update. Okay. And move over all over here. Center, Image, Canvas, My Files, Buttons, Upload, and we're going to go down and look for Friday, Open, click here, move this to 150, and Update. Okay, so there we go. Now you're thinking, wait a minute, it looks like it's going to be a little off. So what I've discovered, you guys, is that here you can either shrink it down to how you want it to look. Let's say you want to shrink it down a little bit. I'm going to actually give myself a little bit of room because I cannot see. So I'm actually going to enter because I want to see what it looks like. Okay. So I'm going to come in here and you can shrink it down a little bit. And it just, when you push the arrows in, I'm going to move Friday down a little bit because it seems like it moved a little bit. So, you know, again, this is just the stuff that you're kind of playing with, you know, making sure. I'm going to show you sometimes like what happens. So let's say I press enter here. You see how it got erased? So obviously we don't want it to be erased. So, you know, you can just go back or you can do undo, okay? And it's going to be there again. I'm guessing, I don't know why it's still in that, to be honest. This is the fun of Canvas. Okay, so let's go ahead and undo again. When you highlight it and that happens. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to start looking to see where like my problem is. This looks like it's all just not fitting. So, and every time that happens, you see how it erases it. Undo again. So I'm going to press save. I want to see what it looks like. There's no way to know what's wrong with it. Okay, so everything looks good except for this Friday one. And we knew that because obviously it was having some issues. So let's go back to edit. And again, I hope you don't mind that I'm showing you this, but this is actually some of the stuff that you might, you know, face. And so I'll tell you this. I'm going to delete it. When that happens, I really don't like messing around with it more. I'm going to make sure that's in the center, just like the other ones. And I'm going to go back and get it because it's wasting my time. It's, you know, too much. It's going to be there already. So I'm looking for Friday. Oops. Okay, where is it? Oh wait, it should be Wilson Friday, right? There we go. Again, I'm going to click here. 150. Update. Okay. So now it's fine. Do you see that? So again, it's really hard to see it all here. I like to press save and then come back and just look. Oh, okay. It looks great. Do you see how it looks really funny over there, but it looks fine over there? And again, how do you see what a student will see when they come in? So you first of all have to go back and make sure that that page is your front page. So I guess making this stuff repetitive is not a bad idea. So mark as your front page. Okay, so now you go back home and make sure now that you choose what you want your home page to be, and we want the pages to be the one that we have. Press save, and there we go. Now we can do the student view. Yep, it looks great, Ms. Wilson. I'm going to leave student view. Now don't forget, because I know we're going through a lot this week, but just remember, when you create things and you're ready, let's say the button said meet the teacher, for example, then you would have to go ahead and go back to edit. So then you can go ahead and just highlight that, go to pages, and you would have a page here that says meet the teacher, and it will link it, or it will be Monday page. But anyways, that's in the other videos. All right, guys. Hope that helped you guys a bit.